What is going up, everybody? So in today's video we are going to be talking about how to become a successful trader and the steps that it takes to achieve that. So the first thing you guys have to do is pretty much decide whether you want to trade stocks, Forex, or cryptocurrency. You know, I always trade stocks because I find that you can make money in it. You know, a lot of people flex on Instagram and YouTube that they make all this money, you know, day trading Bitcoin or Forex. You know, I've dabbled in actually both, and I've profited on both, but I felt like I was more consistent with stocks. So that's where I kind of veered to, and now I'm 100% for it. You know, it doesn't make any sense to pick both and then be sloppy at both, you know, or to be average at both. Why not pick one and try to be the best that you can be? You know, so after you pick, okay, I want to trade stocks, the next thing you have to do is to educate yourself. You know, this is when you start reading books, watching YouTube videos. You know, if you clicked on this video, in the future, some of your goals are you want to learn, you know, either about the stock market or how to trade. So, you know, you're already one step closer, but the next thing you got to do is kind of start reading up on it. You know, if you look up here, these are all my books that I talk about stocks and trading. You know, so I've started, and you know, I've actually written 2 books. I'll link them down below, and then I'll link some of the top books that I've found that really benefited me. You know, how to become an active trader was one that I wrote. How to swing trade like a millionaire. And then how to day trade for a living is very good. You know, there's a tons of other stuff that you got to do. And these books are going to really talk about support and resistance lines, RSI lines, you know, moving average lines, trend lines, stuff like that. And so you're definitely going to benefit from this, from reading these books. You know, but the thing you can't do is just read one book and then put your money out there. You have to read, you know, 3 or 4 books and then watch a ton of videos, if not sign up for a course. And what really helps get along that learning curve is a chat room. So I have mine up right now. We have just over 23 members in it, and you know, all we do is talk about stocks, and it's a very motivated atmosphere, which is great. So that would be the next thing you guys got to do is, so once you read up on it, this is when you want to start to find a community that will, you know, really help you learn the different styles of trading in the different market environments. You know, that's one thing that you'll learn, and it's very hard for new traders to figure out what kind of market it is in. You know, there's about, you know, 6 types of market environments. You know, there's choppy market, bear market, bull market, you know, thin market, deep market. There's all these different types, and if you're trading like a choppy market, if you're in a choppy market but you're trading like we're in a bear market or bull market, you're definitely going to lose money, and it's going to be very disappointing for you. But so after you find a trading community or a trading chat room that you like, you know, I'm not saying to go with mine. I enjoy mine. You know, we have some members that are just very good, and all we do is talk about stocks, you know, different questions. We always bounce off each other, so it's fantastic. You know, that's one thing beginner traders should have. This one thing I wish I would have had was a trading chat room, and I didn't. I just 100% kind of learned it on my own. But so after you find that trading chat room, you know, I keep getting sidetracked here. The next thing you guys want to do is to open a simulation account. You know, this is going to be where you're going to be able to trade real time in the real market with fake money. It's also known as paper trading, or you know, simulation trading. You can either go on Market Watch. I have a Market Watch thing. I'll put that down below, and then the password to get in is MVP Investor, all caps. You know, so you know, that is another thing that I would recommend doing for at least 6 months. Just grind it out every day, whether you're swing trading, day trading, or anything, because in the long and short run, your long run is going to be short. If you don't do it, you're going to lose a ton of money, and it's just not going to be satisfying for you. You know, I jumped the gun too early when I first started trading, and I, you know, lost money because I only paper traded for a little bit, and I didn't learn the market very well, and it was just tough for me to bounce back, but thank God I did. And so after you become profitable in paper trading, you know, pretty much the next step is to open up an account. Now this account, each broker is different. Whoops, I bumped the camera there. But each broker is different. You know, Robinhood is, I would honestly recommend that for more swing traders or more long-term investors. You know, they do have commission free, but you can't get in and out of trades, you know, easily like you can on Thinkorswim or, you know, TradeNet or TradeZero or, you know, Lightspeed. You know, these platforms are made for trading. And Robinhood is made for kind of that long-term investing, where because they make money in it because they scalp your account pretty much. You know, when you buy a stock, they give themselves a penny of it pretty much. You know, so they make all this money off it, and it doesn't benefit. I would rather pay for commissions to be able to get in and out of trades easier. So that's what I would recommend doing, is opening up a small account. Now this small account, honestly, if you're gonna go at this hard, you're most likely gonna blow up your first account. You know, because paper trading and day trade, or paper trading and, you know, real money, it's kind of light and day. Like, you learn your setups, your strategies, but this is when the emotions start getting to you, because it's your real hard-earned money that you either made at a job, or, you know, you worked for it pretty much. You saved up this money and now you're losing it. So I would recommend starting off with a small account of, you know, $1,000, and then building that up if you can. But, you know, always trade A1 setups that you have previously traded in the past. So doing this will eliminate a lot of your sloppy trades, because when I first started, I would just trade because I could. You know, I had a SureTrader account which can bypass that PDT rule, and I really just got screwed because I was paying all this money for commissions. I blew up this account, and then I was like, are you kidding me? You know, I put more money in it, and I made some, and thank goodness I moved it up here and made some money in it. But, you know, starting out is very difficult. That was one of the things that I found out is, you know, you can't make a lot of money starting out. You got to build up your account. And then so after you kind of get the feel for things, you know, this is when things will start looking good for you. You know, start with $1,000 and you work your way up slowly each step, and then you're finally at that $25,000 mark. You know, you bypass the PDT rule. You know, now you can trade, or now you can switch to a different broker. You know, I would start out at SureTrader because you can bypass that PDT rule. And then let's say now you can do Thinkorswim. Now you're going to be able to go a little more heavy on the share size, and you are really going to be able to make some good profits. And, you know, from there you're going to be able to honestly just make a living, and you're only going to trade 2 hours a day, make upwards of $3,000. And, you know, there's people that make, you know, serious money, like $300,000 a day. They do this because they know the market, they studied it for years, you know, and now they make their trades on it. And so, you know, I'm not saying you have to go out and make, you know, that much money, but just to always look at it percentage wise. You know, not so much dollar bill signs, because these guys have $1 million in their account, and 300,000 isn't even half. You know, it's like 2% of some of these people's trading accounts. So it's really insane. So, you know, but that's it though. I don't want to get off topic here. But so that's how I would start to trade, and how I would begin trading for beginners, and kind of the steps along that way of how to become a successful trader. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You know, I'll put that chat room down below for you guys to check it out. I always put my pre-market gappers in it, stocks that I'm looking at to buy, stocks that I have swing traded. You know, so everything's looking great. So I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of the weekend. Remember to always stay happy, stay positive, and I hope everybody enjoys this video.